Coming up tonight on Murrow News 8. Another school shooting shocks the country.
Plus, flu season is upon us, but we have the fix.
And get a taste of Pullman's new distillery. Those stories and more on Murrow News 8.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Amanda Beltran.
And I'm Julia Rogoshkina. Thanks for joining us tonight.
We've got late-breaking news about 2 college campus shootings. The Texas Southern University campus was placed on lockdown after a shooting occurred around 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Authorities say one person is dead and another is wounded, but there is not an active shooter. We are awaiting more details on this situation earlier this morning. Another shooting took place. One student at Northern Arizona University is dead following a confrontation that ended with gunfire in a campus parking lot. Murrow News 8 Kevin Fisher is in the newsroom with more on the story. Kevin, what are police saying so far?
Well, Amanda, not a lot. Police are still gathering information in both locations. We do know this morning that Northern Arizona did hold a news conference to address the situation.
We awake this morning to a terrible tragedy on our Flagstaff campus. We are, of course, shocked and deeply saddened by the circumstances that bring us together this morning.
It was a typical Friday night at the Delta Chi fraternity at Northern Arizona University before shots pierced the night.
So this morning at 01:20 hours, several of our students, 2 separate student groups, got into a confrontation. The confrontation turned physical, and one of our students, Stephen Jones, 18 years old, produced a handgun, and he shot 4 of our other students.
Students attended the news conference early this morning and tried to comprehend the tragedy. The shooting occurred a mere 9 days after the last shooting at Umpqua Community College in Roseburg, Oregon. This incident is the 144th shooting since the Sandy Hook, Connecticut shooting in 2013. However, not all of the incidents are considered mass shootings. Investigators are still gathering information, and university police say they still do not know the exact details of the confrontation that led the suspect, Stephen Jones, to open fire on the victims. Police Chief Fowler also said that the victims appear to have been shot multiple times. But for now, students are attempting to deal with the tragedy. Now, the identities of the deceased and injured students have not been yet released. We do know they are being treated at the Flagstaff Medical Center, but there is no word yet on their conditions. Now, the Delta Chi fraternity also said that while some of its members of the Northern Arizona University chapter were involved in the incident, the fraternity also stressed that it wasn't a chapter-related situation. Amanda, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Such a sad story out of Arizona today. Back in the Pacific Northwest, the president is in Roseburg today to meet with the families of those killed and wounded in last week's shooting at Umpqua Community College. Obama is also traveling to Seattle this afternoon to attend an event for Senator Patty Murray and the Washington State Democratic Party and a DNC event at Seattle's Westin Hotel. Drivers should expect traffic delays.
Former Spokane Police Chief Frank Straub plans to file a tort claim Monday against the city of Spokane. Documents released yesterday show he wants $4 million. Straub's lawyer Mary Schultz states she believes Straub was fired September 21st and didn't resign as was previously stated. Schultz claims city officials told Straub he would be discharged immediately unless he resigned. But in September, Mayor Condon described the resignation as a mutual decision. The man accused of robbing a Moscow Wells Fargo bank in September will wait at least another month for his hearing. Ibrahim Arar faces charges of robbery and grand theft for allegedly stealing more than $2,000 from 3 Wells Fargo bank's tellers. His hearing was scheduled for yesterday to determine if there is enough evidence to move forward with the case. But the prosecutors said the state is still gathering evidence. He remains in custody at the Latah County Jail on $100,000 bail.
An explosion rocked a dam near the town of Mattawa in Washington yesterday afternoon. Murrow News 8 Kayla Lafferty has more.
Grant Public Utility District officials say 6 people were injured in an explosion yesterday afternoon at the Priest Rapids Dam on the Columbia River. The explosion happened at one of the 10 generators on the site. The other 9 units are operating normally, allowing the dam to run as usual.
The generating unit where the explosion occurred has been taken offline, and it won't be operated again until we have determined the cause of the explosion and it made sure that that won't happen again.
3 people were airlifted to Harborview Medical Center. One is in satisfactory condition while the other 2 are in critical condition. The other 3 were taken to hospitals in the area. The patients at Harborview are being treated for burns. All of the people injured are employees of the dam. Officials say the structure of the dam is stable and no one downriver is at any risk. Officials speculate that the explosion was likely caused by an electrical malfunction. I'm Kayla Lafferty with Murrow News 8.
If you've had delays driving through downtown Pullman this week, you're not the only one. On Wednesday, a Vancouver man lost control of his vehicle and crashed into a traffic box at the intersection of Main Street and Grand Avenue. According to Pullman Police Commander Chris Tennant, the intersection is operating as a 4-way stop and the traffic light is expected to be out for several days.
A train crashed into a van last night, killing the driver. The southbound train was near the Delay Farms Road crossing the Coquihalla, Idaho, when the van pulled up on the tracks. The train conductor saw the van and laid on its horn, but was unable to stop before striking the vehicle. The driver was thrown from the van and died on the scene. Authorities are unsure why the van was stopped on the tracks. The driver has not been identified. Washington health officials say there were 22 cases of West Nile virus in humans this season and 1 death. That's about double the total number of cases last year. Health officials believe people were exposed to the virus in central Washington in all the reported cases. 35 horses were also infected with the virus. 15 died or were euthanized.
Indiana's Alpha Tau Omega is now history. A video was posted online of fraternity members engaging in sexual activities with strippers. Almost half of the fraternity members were in the video. The national fraternity said the acts were damaging to their name and do not hold true to their values. Indiana University officials say they are conducting an investigation. The Republican representative, Paul Ryan, is considering running for the House Speaker. According to several House Republican members, Ryan informed them on the House floor of his deliberations, and they said that Ryan was thinking and praying on it. The Majority Leader, Kevin McCarthy, who decided to resign from his position on Thursday, said that Ryan will be an amazing speaker.
WSU researchers are breaking traditions when it comes to watering grapes. Marcus Keller, a professor of viticulture, is generating practical knowledge on how to determine appropriate levels of watering. His knowledge will hopefully influence how people manage irrigation to improve the quality of wine grapes. Currently, Keller and researcher Yoon Jung are trying to educate European wine growers on the best time to water their crops. Desiring a thirst for good vodka? Cougar Red Distillery can handle that. Murrow News 8 Megan Abundis has more on the story.
Like little wellheads spouting vodka, gin, and whiskey, craft liquor distilleries are springing up around Washington state. Located in the rolling hills of Pullman, Cougar Red Distillery adds something different to the trade, specifically a homegrown essential.
Let's do something different, and apples have such like a sweet taste to them and so many sugars that we thought we could make something really good.
The owners pride themselves on making quality craft spirits from local agriculture.
It's been a journey, and speaking with other distilleries, it can take a few years before you get it right, and so I think we've got a good start.
Straight from farm to bottle, customers say they can taste the difference in the CRD vodka.
And it's very smooth, you need no chaser.
Even though the facility may look small, the unique qualities of these spirits are large.
It is so cool to see it alive, basically to see it here and people purchasing this vodka that we've worked so hard to create, to bottle, to label, you know, even to seal.
If you'd like to try batch number 1 of Cougar Red Vodka, it's now on sale at Dismore's IGA, Sunset Mart Liquor Store, and Zeppos. Reporting in Pullman, I'm Megan Abundis.
When we come back from the break, flu is back in the Palouse. Find out what WSU is doing to prevent it.
And Evan Barron will try to make sense of the odd weather we've been having.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
No more pencils, no more books.
No more teachers' dirty looks.
School's out for summer.
School's out forever. School's out with fever. School's out completely.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%. And it can happen in every place.
School's out for summer.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
Today is WSU Flu Shot Friday. Brady Wakayama has been all over this and has more on the power of the simple needle to prevent an epidemic.
Fall is in the air and leaves are changing steadily. Along with the change in season, people are becoming more susceptible to catching the flu. Students may be nervous doing something like this. However, you only get one shot at protecting yourself from the flu.
If you think about a college campus, there's a lot of people and a lot of contact through classes and just in daily activities.
Students, staff, and community members are welcome to get flu shots every Friday starting at 10 a.m. on the ground floor in the Washington building on campus.
If you can't afford to be out of class for 1 to 3 weeks, it's always a good thing to get the flu shot.
Turnbull says that vaccinations have increased from this time last year and that flu shots are only $30 if you are not covered by health insurance. Also, for the most part, it only takes a few minutes to get vaccinated. Reporting for Murrow News 8, I'm Brady Wakayama.
In more health-related news, aches and pain. We all know the feeling and want nothing more than to relieve it. With the right medicine, your discomfort can quickly turn for the better. Jim Morelli has more in today's Health Minute.
Sharp, dull, throbbing, aching. There are many ways to describe pain and many ways to treat it.
Pain is a sign that something is not going right. So you want to make sure that you address what that pain issue is so you can have it alleviated.
Joanne Doyle Petrangelo is a registered pharmacist at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston. She says that to effectively relieve pain, it's first important to know what's causing it.
Do you have a pinched nerve? Do you have a ruptured disc? You know, maybe there's some type of surgical intervention that you really need to be able to control that pain.
The first level of pain control medication, acetaminophen.
So acetaminophen can be used for both acute and chronic conditions. Acutely for something like a toothache, a headache, a backache, as well as reducing fever. And for chronic conditions, it can be used for osteoarthritis as well as rheumatoid arthritis.
The heavy hitters in the world of pain relief, opioid analgesics. These are available only by prescription.
Opioids are controlled substances, so they do put patients at risk for addiction.
And don't forget, medication is not the only way to relieve pain. Alternatives include massage, compresses, hot or cold. The most important thing is to relieve the pain, because studies show that in some cases, that in itself can help promote healing. In Boston, Jim Morelli for CNN.
It seems to be pretty warm today. I wonder if that weather will stick around for a while.
Yes, I'm very much intrigued. I bet Evan has the answers. Evan, what will the weather look like this coming up weekend?
Well, Julia, to answer your question, we are going to see that warm weather stick around heading into the weekend. Like you said, today it was fairly sunny. A little bit, today's high of 76, fairly above average from what we've normally seen before. Heading into tomorrow's forecast, we will see that it's going to be, that warm temperature is going to stick around for a little bit, and it's going to be pretty mostly cloudy too. Clouds are going to roll in. So I suggest if you were to get out, I'd suggest you go early because we're going to see some showers as we head into the night. Looking at the state map, we saw that it was fairly rainy on the west side, pretty normal for this time of the year, mid-60s on the west side. Looking at the east side, we see that it was a different trend, fairly warmer on this side of the state, cloudy, but we should see some rain head into that region as we get into our weekend. Looking at the 5-day forecast, we'll see that those clouds should deteriorate as we head into our week. It's going to be partly cloudy throughout the week, but however, it's also going to be fairly cold. The lows, if you look at Wednesday, it's going to be 37 in the morning. So students, if you have class in the morning, I'd suggest that you go outside and bring a sweatshirt with you on your way to walk to class. Yeah, so that's all the weather we have after the break. Curtis has all the sports, including the fact that season is beginning takes its toll.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Don't worry, the 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play more. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
So good to see you guys.
So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. I'm Curtis Calhoun with the latest in sports. The Seattle Times reported this morning that the Seattle Mariners' 2016 season will not include Lloyd McClendon as manager. McClendon was only with the Mariners for 2 seasons with a combined record of 163 and 161. Angels special assistant Tim Bogar is reportedly the favorite to land the job. Bogar was with newly hired general manager Jerry DiPoto during his time with the Angels. The team has hired 9 different managers and hasn't made the postseason since 2001. The Seattle Seahawks will aim to earn their 3rd straight victory on the road against the undefeated Cincinnati Bengals. Seattle earned back-to-back wins over Detroit and Chicago over the last 2 weeks, while the Bengals have looked lethal to start the season. Bengals quarterback Andy Dalton enters the game with 9 touchdowns and just 1 interception and an outstanding 123 quarterback rating. WSU has another busy weekend of sports here on the Palouse and around the conference. The football team is headed to Eugene to take on the University of Oregon on Saturday at 3 p.m. The game will be televised on the Pac-12 network. The 16th ranked WSU swimming team hosts defending champion and number 3 California tonight at 5 p.m. and tomorrow at 10 a.m. at Gibb Pool. Another nationally ranked team at WSU is the women's volleyball team at 46th in the country. They faced 2 tough matches this weekend as they played number 14 Arizona tonight at 6 p.m. and Arizona State on Sunday at 11 a.m. Both will be televised on the Pac-12 networks. The soccer team is also on the road in Salt Lake City to take on the Utah Utes today at 3 p.m. Then on Sunday, they go to Boulder to take on the University of Colorado at noon. That's all your sports for tonight. Coming up after the break, find out what Selena Gomez has been hiding from everyone. Also, the truth on Drake and Serena Williams' engagement. Don't go away.
Good one, son.
Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing.
Wow! I'm so proud of you, son.
And then we went on Thunder Shark.
That was awesome! Let's go again.
3 times. I gotta say, it was pretty cool.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Oh, not again.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
Welcome to Entertainment Friday. I'm Anna Scott. Let's take a look at the latest Hollywood news. Selena Gomez has recently revealed that she has been diagnosed with lupus, an autoimmune disease. While on The Ellen Show, she explained that she has been keeping this secret for 3 years, but has decided to share it with the public due to being fed up with rumors about rehab visits for supposed addictions. Her new album, Revival, was released this morning, and she felt it was the right moment to tell her fans about her struggle. Reports that Drake and Serena Williams are engaged are false, according to Entertainment Tonight Canada. The couple's romance was first reported when they were seen making out in a restaurant in Cincinnati. These two could definitely be candidates for the most powerful new couple. New York Giants wide receiver Victor Cruz is in hot water with his fiancée. The injured football star was caught by his fiancée Elena interacting with an unspecified number of other women. So Elena did what anyone would do in this situation, and she made up a group text with all the women included in it. She has encouraged all the women to exchange notes on Cruz. Who better to take home the Hollywood Comedy Award than the one and only Amy Schumer? It's official, guys. Schumer will be honored at the upcoming 19th Annual Hollywood Film Awards. The awards will air on November 1st at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Plus, 2 nights after that, she's set to receive the Charlie Chaplin Britannia Award for Excellence in Comedy. Don't miss it. That brings us to our movie picks of the week. Our first movie this week is The Walk, a movie featuring daring heights and a tightrope across the World Trade Center. The Martian is receiving exceptional reviews for its portrayal of a man on Mars. And The Visit is a dramatic story of a trip to the grandparents' house gone wrong. That is all your Hollywood news for the week. Tune in next Friday for more entertainment news. When we come back from the break, Jennifer Aniston takes a shower in the sky.
My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Flying isn't always a luxurious experience, but one airline is trying to change that, and they've enlisted Jennifer Aniston to help market the improvements. Jeannie Mose has the full story.
It's not easy to find a place to take a shower 8 miles up, even when you're Jennifer Aniston.
I'm looking for the shower. There are no showers here now. Well, I'm gonna look pretty silly dressed like this going to the bar. There's no bar here, but we do have hot towels and a bag of peanuts.
And with this dig at domestic airlines, America's sweetheart begins her gig advertising Emirates Airline.
There's no shower? Oh, and there's no car. Yeah. Why are you laughing like that? You're killing me.
Next thing you know, Jen wakes up in her Emirates flatbed.
It was such a nightmare. I was on a plane and it was nothing like this.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Emirates is the only airline that offers showers in first class.
We go inside, it's actually pretty spacious. You get 5 total minutes.
Showering at cruising altitude is so heady it's hard to resist a little show and tell.
That was pretty fantastic.
The only bad news about the in-flight shower is that you'll take a bath when it comes to paying the ticket price. Round trip first class between New York and Dubai, just over $30,000. But you do get your own little suite to sleep in. Gulf-based airlines are using stars like Nicole Kidman
Reimagine it.
to expand into the U.S. market, while the big 3 American airlines push back, saying their Gulf rivals have an unfair advantage because they're subsidized by their governments.
Is there someone that we could talk to about maybe flying this around a little bit longer?
You'd never know. The real Jen suffers from fear of flying.
It's all flying to me, which is terrifying.
I struggle with it.
But it's less of a struggle when you're in the shower. A shower at 40,000 feet makes you feel less psycho. Unless you hit turbulence, then fasten your shower cap. Jeannie Mo, CNN, New York.
I'm not a really big fan of flying either, but I'm sure if there's a shower, I'd be down for that.
Oh yeah, I would love that. That's a great experience indeed.
So that's all the news we have for today.
Join us every weeknight at 7 and 10 p.m. and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Good night.
That was...
I didn't